How's it going, everybody? My cup of tea here, and before we start this video, I just want to say Happy New Year's, everybody! Yay, yay! We are officially in 2023. Last year was great. This year's gonna be even better, even better. There's a bunch of stuff I'm gonna check out and do. I'm currently working on my best for 2022, my cup of tea reactions. You know me, you know. Hey, how you doing? Now, for our first video of 2023 on the channel, I feel like it would make the most sense and be perfect if we watch a review of the Master 8 tournament from Lumiose Trainer Zac. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be watching the Pokemon Master 8 tournament review. Because we have watched all the battles, like amvs, from the Master 8 tournament, and we all know which one was the best one, the hype one, I feel. But yeah, let's see what Zac has to say. Let's start this.
I just rewatched the entire Masters 8 tournament, so now it's time to review the overall arc. No more waiting for the next episode or sitting through constant breaks and recaps. It's time to find out how good or bad the Masters tournament really is.
Okay, alright, Zac, let's see how good or bad it was. Over here.
Before talking about the Pokemon World Championships,
computer, what's going on? You messed up my quality of Zac. There we go, better. Alright, we fixed it.
Let's first learn how to make a difference in our own world, thanks to this video sponsor, Ren. I'm sure many of you have heard the concept about.
We here.
Reviews, I won't be rating every single episode, as I already did that for their individual reviews. Instead, I'll just be breaking up this review into different sections and then giving you my final rating at the very end.
Okay,
so now let's get started with our first section, the introduction.
Okay.
Similar to the Pokemon League arcs, we got a standard introduction episode, and like the Kalos League, this was rushed. Before getting to the bad, first the good. Right off the bat, we're introduced to Hop. And although it took him a long time to appear in this series, I'm glad he was still able to show up in some shape or form. Maybe? He has a pretty hilarious fight with Ash, and was a great guy to go to bounce off of when it came to battle commentary. I especially like his reaction every time he learned Ash is familiar with one of the Masters 8. I'd be pretty shocked too if a 10-year-old knew a bunch of celebrities. Having Hop here also makes Leon more relatable. As to Hop, he isn't just the undefeated champion, that's his big brother.
Okay, that's
Having him here alongside Go is a constant reminder that Leon has people counting on him as well. So it adds a bit more weight to his final battle with Ash. Most other tournament arcs just focus on the ones who support Ash, but it's nice to have the other side of the coin here as well. Another good aspect of this introduction was the opening ceremony. Man, was it awesome. Introducing all these champion
that is pretty dope. You just see
titles and achievements really makes us feel like
hype him up.
And that's where the positives end. Although the opening ceremony was really hype, I feel like there was a huge missed opportunity beforehand by not having Ash interact with any of the Masters 8 besides Iris.
They did? Oh, that would have been dope to see. Especially Alon. Come on, homie Alon.
Skip over any chance to properly catch up with them. And to make things worse, when the battles actually start, Ash isn't even watching with the champions, removing even more potential interactions. Ash and Alon don't even speak to each other in this episode. Alon just gives Ash this cold nod in the opening ceremony, and that's it.
No, you talking about that. Y'all had a great battle.
It was a lot nicer than this. Why does it feel like we went back to edgy Team Flare Alon? Oh my god. And speaking of Alon, let's talk about the tournament matchups that are revealed during this opening. They're garbage.
Yeah. No. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this tournament bracket for real. I really wanted him to fight Ash again. I really want to allow him to fight Ash again. That would have been nice. But you just had him fight. I forgot what was his name. I forgot his name. You know what? That's really my main gripe is Alon fighting Leon. Like, whoa, okay, why are you doing this?
Alright, Iris versus Cynthia, that one's cool. We have a bit of history, so it's a battle that many of us can get behind. But Lance versus Diantha?
That made no sense.
Ash versus Steven? Again, who cares? Now that's no disrespect to Steven, because he's a pretty cool character, but he's the person in this tournament Ash has had the least amount of interactions with. It's kind of hard to get hyped or invested with this battle when a match against Alon, Diantha, or even Lance would have been far more exciting. And lastly, Leon versus Alon.
Dirty.
A fight we know damn well Leon won't be losing. So you know Alon is going home right after this. And that brings us to our next section. Leon versus Alon. So when it comes to this battle, I get why it happened, I just hate how it was executed. Now I don't know about you, but I'm in the camp in where if Alon wasn't gonna battle Ash, then he shouldn't have been here to begin with. A rematch between these two would have been a satisfying way to
what I'm talking about. Yes.
Unfortunately, Ash stuck to his Journeys team for this tournament. So I get why they didn't. A rematch against Alon wouldn't be the same without Greninja.
It could be the same.
Here then? To have a Charizard on Charizard fight that'll show off how strong Leon is. Okay.
My boy.
I don't like it, but at least we'll get a cool form fight between G-Max Charizard and Mega Charizard X, right? Right? No, we don't even get that.
No.
Leon absolutely destroys Megazord with base vanilla Charizard in 2 moves. It does not get any more disrespectful than that.
Very disrespectful.
Now,
well, it will get disrespectful.
The problem is how they made him lose. Because his fight with Leon was shoved into the tournament's opening episode, they had to rush the hell out of this fight so it can be concluded in the same episode.
It was like 1-2 hits each of his Pokemon.
Making him look far weaker than he actually is. What makes this thing even more is that I don't think it would have been as bad if this happened to any other character, except for Cynthia, of course. Alon was a big character in X and Y, and we've seen all of his crazy feats that justify his Kalos League win.
Seen that.
So why did they make him look like the weakest competitor in the Masters tournament?
That's what I'm saying.
Even if he isn't a regional champion, he's ranked above Iris, so clearly they're acknowledging his strength and experience. But no, instead we're just gonna get rid of him real quick cause Leon is the big bad now. If you're gonna make Alon lose, at least do it right. Continue the fight into the next episode. Make the match seem a lot closer as to not undermine Alon's strength.
They said Charizard, Leon Charizard wins
Pokemon
everything.
We've already seen before. Who the heck is this Chestnut and Malamar?
I'm like,
nobody Pokemon.
Who are these two?
This is why he should have been the one to fight Steven instead.
That would have made sense too.
Could have gotten at least 1 win before being sent home.
That would have made sense right there.
Lance versus Diantha.
Okay.
This is the fight that nobody really cared about. Diantha's probably the least popular champion, and Lance is fine, I guess. But a fight against him and Iris would have been far more interesting.
Okay, I don't know about these two.
This is the fight we got, so let's talk
chemistry.
About it. Lance versus Diantha was a nice palate cleanser after the atrocity that was Leon versus Alon.
Yeah,
it
was nice.
Nothing too crazy, but also nothing infuriating either. Definitely the least controversial fight in the whole tournament.
I think it was a 1-episode battle too.
Is that it's a very video game accurate fight, which contrasts the typical live fight we see that involves unpredictable tactics you wouldn't be able to do in the games. For instance, early on, Diantha sets up the dual light screen and reflect, a very real tactic used in competitive Pokemon.
I noticed that, I think.
Trick or Treat to change Lance's Gyarados' typing so he can receive big damage from Ghost moves.
Okay, I forgot I can do that. Okay.
Lance relies on Dynamax so that Dragonite can tank Gardevoir's fairy moves while also stall during the hail given off from Max Hailstorm. Pretty standard video game tactics, but still cool to see in the anime.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Lance, though, he takes the L here. But it makes sense. Diantha was the more strategic one in this fight, so she deserved to win.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Honestly, I'm happy with this outcome. The winner of this fight will face Leon in the semifinals.
And we know about that.
It would have been repetitive if Lance
Leon versus Jonathan, we know that.
Again, considering we've already seen them fight in the beginning of the series.
Oh, yeah?
Also, this fight made Diantha look good, putting some much needed respect on her name. Iris versus Cynthia.
This was nice. This was a good battle.
Finally.
This is a good battle right here.
I can actually get behind.
Yeah.
Iris and Cynthia
like this one.
all the way back in Best Wishes, and it's actually referenced in this fight.
Yep.
The goal here is to show off how far Iris has come since then. And I think it did a pretty fine job. Iris gets the lead early on thanks to Excadrill, which 1 was awesome because we haven't seen him in a while, and 2, it's the first Pokemon Iris truly owns.
Hey, okay,
We've seen their development in early Best Wishes.
I know that.
So to see that he's her first pick in the Pokemon world's largest battle stage is a nice touch.
Yeah, this is
These two
something like
been through
the
Can't really say the same for Dragonite though. Man, has this dude fallen from grace.
Oh yeah.
In Best Wishes, Dragonite was a near unstoppable force of nature. But in Journeys, it's taken out by Dracovish in its debut battle, and it's easily taken out by Cynthia's Milotic.
Dang.
Now, to be fair, I think the whole point is to make Cynthia's Milotic look OP like in the games, so it seems like an even bigger deal when Haxorus is able to take it out, which I think...
Look, I forgot about that.
And then we get the final showdown, Haxorus versus Garchomp. Can I start out by saying how gosh dang epic this was to have Cynthia's Garchomp come out to literal boss music?
Boss music.
Went hard.
I didn't hear that.
It really captures how intimidating Cynthia and Garchomp are. Sorry though, Dub fans, they'll probably ruin this moment.
Garchomp!
Seeing Haxorus go toe-to-toe with Cynthia's Garchomp is something I never would have imagined.
Slug it out. Slug it out.
To grow and reach this point. This truly is a battle where the student tries to surpass the master. The thing is though, I'm pretty sure Iris wasn't expecting this.
It was like the first time, right? It Mega Evolved in the show.
Mega freaking Garchomp is here, and man, is this thing a monster.
Yep.
Garchomp was already fearsome enough as it is, and now it can surpass its normal form. Cynthia is cracked. This battle truly does a good job at letting both these queens shine. Cynthia gets to assert her dominance, further hyping up her fight with Ash, while Iris is able to shine by showing off how much she's grown. Not enough to surpass Cynthia yet, but still impressive nonetheless. I mean, she did push Cynthia to use Mega Evolution after all, so that's saying something.
That is true.
This is how you make someone we care about lose with dignity and respect.
Exactly. Out of the first 4 battles, that was the best one.
Damn, Journey's back at it again with a controversial battle.
Dang,
the big problem with this one is
Journey.
that structurally, Ash was not meant to win this. Now, I'm not saying I want Ash to lose. I'm not one of those people. But I just mean that the battle plays out in a way where it really seemed like Steven was meant to win this. Now, obviously, I get it. The point was to make Steven seem powerful and have Ash win against all odds. This isn't new to anime. But the way Ash turns things around doesn't feel believable to me. For instance, out the gate, Dracovish is taken out by Ash.
Yeah, like one hit, right? Yeah.
Good way to add some tension by showing Steven's strength while also putting Ash at a disadvantage. Gengar comes out, hits it with Will-O-Wisp, then pushes it back with Dazzling Gleam. But what's this? It looks like it didn't phase Aggron that much.
Yeah.
And Ash and Gengar are even shook with how
what?
sturdy Aggron is. Crap,
A.
what's the play now? Oh wait, never mind, it dies from burn damage. That was stupid.
Okay,
the middle section
I
of the
forgot
battle
about that.
is really the only good part because it feels like they're actually putting in some thought to this. Cradily is able to defeat Gengar with his tentacles, so the way Ash defeats Cradily is by using Pikachu's Electro Web to trap those tentacles, leaving it wide open for an attack. Moments like these make for good comebacks. There was an obstacle, and Ash came up with a clever way to overcome it, not letting freaking burn damage do most of the work. Then we get to the most annoying part, some fierce burn damage versus Mega Metagross. The obstacle here is that Metagross can predict all of Pikachu's attacks, allowing it to easily dodge everything. So how does Ash overcome this? By using his most powerful attack, even though he hasn't figured out how to hit Metagross yet. Why would he do that?
I'll figure out a way.
Worse, Metagross actually dodges the Z move, but then Pikachu redirects it and takes it out? This literally makes no sense. Since when can Pikachu do that?
Hey, he leveled up just then, I guess.
By making Steven too good, so they relied on the Z move as a lazy way out. No thought, no strategy. It was just a straight up win button.
Well, when you put it like that,
too, because Ash could have figured out a counter for Metagross in the beginning, but it never came up when it actually mattered. I'm so disappointed.
But when you put it like that, I understand now.
The first round of the Masters tournament.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, the first round, like the first four matches in the first round. Diantha? No, not Diantha. Iris versus Cynthia is the best one. He was making a lot of points right there I didn't know about. They did Alonso 30. All right, here we go. Round 2.
Not gonna lie, it's not that great. But before continuing with the semifinals, let's first take a quick break to talk about the actual breaks and recaps that happened during this arc.
Oh, what happened? Oh, breaks and recaps? Oh, okay. Fill me in.
For those of you who didn't watch the Masters tournament week to week as they
did not.
Japan, God bless your innocent soul. During this arc, Pokemon Journeys gave us a number of break weeks where episodes didn't air, or even worse, we got recaps.
Ooh, the recaps. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Special occasions. These are recaps that counted as actual legit episodes. Imagine looking forward to what's supposed to be the most hype arc in the Pokemon anime, only to be hit with a recap of Chloe's evolution.
Yeah, I hate when anime does that. Like Naruto.
New missions or recaps of
I hate when they be doing that.
During the Masters tournament. Probably the worst of the recaps was the very first one. Like, Chloe isn't even at the Masters tournament, and now it's interrupted to focus on her? It felt so damn weird. The only silver lining is that this recap could potentially lead us to the climax of Chloe and Eevee's arc. Maybe a new evolution.
I know nothing about this.
Maybe G-Max Eevee is coming? No. Instead, we got an episode about Cerise's childhood with a Clefairy, and now Chloe's interested in evolution.
What?
I'm sorry. Did you just interrupt the Masters tournament?
Oh god, even filler too? Oh no.
At least the Go recap followed with him leaving to do Project Mew. This literally felt like a waste of time. However, now that the tournament arc is complete, we finally understand the reason why we got so many breaks and recaps.
Okay.
Ironically, around the time where the tournament began, the anime staff let go of a lot of people. Meaning that the people who were still working on the anime were most likely, no, they were definitely overworked. At the same time, though, they were also working on an absolute visual masterpiece of an episode.
Yes, they were.
That had to take in a lot of time and resources.
Yes, it did.
So yeah, the breaks make sense. Now, even though I'm bringing up the recaps here, don't get it twisted, because I'm not letting it affect my opinions of the overall arc. In fact, I skipped them during my rewatch, because I care about my sanity, and I'm not even counting the Chloe filler, since it literally has nothing to do with the tournament. I'm just addressing it, because I know many of us had to sit through these during the weeks the arc aired, and I'm
sorry for you Pokemon fans out there that sat through that
experience. I'll admit it, these constant breaks killed my excitement for the Masters tournament back
then.
Luckily, we're in the future now, and we can just skip through those episodes and get to the ones that
flashback filler.
The Masters tournament actually has some pretty good pacing when you don't include the recaps.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Hopefully, this explanation brings us to a more positive atmosphere after going through that controversial first round.
Now it is round 2.
Leon versus Diana.
There it is.
Never mind, I spoke too soon.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Trash, man. They really did
that's
not
the
care
worst
about this
battle.
fight and just wanted to get to Ash versus Cynthia.
The worst
Most
battle.
of it happens off screen because Ash and the group gets sidetracked by this little girl who got lost following this.
Like, I don't care about this girl.
Did they really just pull a Unileague on us? I hate these kids so much. The only thing that truly gets focused from this fight is Mega Gardevoir versus G-Max Charizard, and even there, they kinda dropped the ball. They made Diantha look so competent against Lance, but here it's just thrown out the window. They couldn't even make this fight seem close by having most of Diantha's Pokemon get swept by Rillaboom. Not Charizard, but Rillaboom. I don't know if I'm mad or impressed. The problem with this too is if you consider how easily Leon beat Alon and how utterly disrespected Diantha is here, it really makes Leon seem borderline untouchable.
Exactly.
I know he's supposed to be the strongest, but you also gotta make it believable that Ash can put somewhat of a
That's why I'm like, Ash ain't beating Leon, there's no way.
Leon's been looking so far, Ash really should stand no chance against him.
Exactly.
So yeah, Leon's
Steven, right? You're struggling with Steven over there?
This fight sucks. Moving on. Ash versus Cynthia.
Great battle right here.
After 15 years, Ash is finally living up to his promise of battling Cynthia.
15 years.
Thank God it's a 6-on-6.
Oh,
the strongest part of this battle has to be the beginning. Cynthia leads with Spiritomb, and this thing is a menace. Using Hypnosis and Dream Eater to screw over Dragonite,
Dragonite was getting bodied
and Destiny Bond to get Pikachu, Cynthia was not playing around. My worry coming into this battle was that Cynthia was gonna get nerfed to justify Ash's win, but I'm so glad I was proven wrong. This is one of the best starts to any full battle. Very similar to Ash versus Gary, where Ash is completely outclassed and has to fight an uphill battle to come out on top.
I watched this, right? Yeah, I watched this.
Ash gets wrecked in the beginning, I really loved his use of
Brick Dance? Counter Shield, you guys told me about
that,
yeah, Counter Shield.
Something else that surprised me was how well Ash's team performed after the first half went down.
Yeah.
I really expected Lucario to carry, but in all honesty, I think the boy put in an equal amount of work.
Let's go!
Not only did he destroy
MVP
like
right there.
Not
MVP.
Only did he defeat Milotic, but he also held its own against Garchomp.
Yes, it did.
Good shit,
yes, it did.
Lucario owes its win to you. And you know what? It's about time we talk about that. Lucario versus Garchomp was an epic fight. Both of these Pokemon
slugging out. Stop it.
But they still pushed through and give us an awesome brawl. I love the pure rawness of this fight. Unlike the Steven fight where Ash should have won using his brain, in this fight, it makes sense to win using Brawn.
Right.
These are two powerhouse Pokemon. What adds more depth to this final clash as well is the fact that we got a moment between Ash and Cynthia beforehand where they both look back at their beginnings with these Pokemon as eggs. It's a cool parallel. As satisfying as this conclusion is though, I can't help but feel like something is missing. Oh yeah, where's Mega Garchomp?
Oh, you're right. I forgot. Yeah.
Because for some reason, the writers thought it was a good idea for Cynthia to have Dynamax Togekiss be her gimmick for this fight.
I forgot she didn't do Mega Evolution Garchomp.
It really seems like they just did it for shock value and shock value alone. I understand that Cynthia was trying to keep Ash on his toes as he was expecting Mega Evolution the whole time, but the problem is that Dynamax Togekiss didn't really do much in the long run.
No, it did not.
It just spammed Max Airstream and never took advantage of the speed boost. Imagine if it baton passed into Garchomp. That would have been crazy. But no, instead it just made Togekiss overstay its welcome and robbed Garchomp
of full
power. And now, even though Ash finally defeated Cynthia, which is amazing by the way, there will always be that looming question of whether or not Ash could have beaten her if she actually used the Mega, which is annoying. But either way, I still found this battle to be enjoyable.
That was a very enjoyable battle.
Now, before talking about the Ash versus Leon finals, let's quickly go over some of the other characters that appeared during this arc that we have yet to talk about.
Before he does that, let's break down that round 2 real quick. Let's not even mention the first battle of the round 2, which was Leon and let's not even talk about that. Let's just move that to the side. Move that to the side. That was horrible. But the Ash versus Cynthia, that was great. That was great. I think it was over 3 episodes, I believe. We have watched the AMV on the channel, and that was great. That was great. Surfetch came in clutch. Surfetch was doing wonders. I'm like, there's no way. Surfetch, oh shoot. Oh snap. Surfetch the homie. I kind of want to watch that battle again. Just for Surfetch part. Just for Surfetch part, because he was cleaning house. And he was going toe to toe against Garchomp. Oof. Oof, that was good. That was good right there. All right, let's stop. Let's start this back up.
Team Rocket. I barely mentioned them in my episode reviews because their role in each episode is very minimal. But now that we're talking about the entire arc, I can finally share my experience with the trio. I love them here. During the Masters tournament, they show up as their radio show personas to live stream the battles and give their commentary. Aside from a few Jessie moments with her usual annoying Jessie-isms, Team Rocket were extremely enjoyable throughout this arc. It reminded me of the Sinnoh League, where their cutaways weren't intrusive at all.
Gotta see that darn Wobble Fett, though.
Fun. From the trio recognizing some of the Masters 8, rooting for Iris, Jessie fangirling over Diantha's Goregeist, and even their commentary during the episode previews, Team Rocket were an absolute treat, which is saying something because I'm usually the guy who hates on them. And speaking of treats, I like how Morpeko is always snacking on these different foods from across the Pokemon world, which makes sense since this tournament is a gathering of the world's strongest trainers. I know it's a small detail only dedicated fans would really pick up on or care about, but still, I thought it was cool. I even found it funny how their goal was to steal Pokemon, but they get so into the tournament that by the end they don't even want to stream it anymore and straight up root for Ash. Again, this is just like the Sinnoh League. The only episode I didn't enjoy Team Rocket in was the episode right before the finals, where they're actually behaving like Team Rocket.
How dare you behave like you're supposed to be? Be funny.
Because it addresses the Eternatus thing, and this is the episode where Go leaves to do Project Mew. That's kind of important.
Project Mew.
And speaking of which, Go? Yeah, Go leaves this arc, and I'm not such a big fan of this. Throughout the entire Masters tournament, Go has been cheering for Ash, and I really enjoyed his commentary with Hop. But in the weirdest way possible, right before Ash's biggest match ever, he has to leave to do Project Mew. I think what they were going for is have both Ash and Go reach the climax of their journeys at the same time, but it doesn't really make sense when you consider the Project Mew episodes come out right after the tournament anyways. They could have easily just have Go watch the whole tournament, and then when Ash is done, jump right into Project Mew. Because of that, Ash's final battle felt slightly off. On the bright side though, this allowed Go to show up in Go's place, which I guess makes up for that to some degree. But it still feels weird considering Go has always been there for Ash, and now he's not when it matters the most. Now that's what I call a Journeys moment. And since I brought up Dawn and Chloe, let's end this character segment with all the amazing character cameos we got during this arc.
Let's see what I missed.
Because I didn't really know where else to mention them without interrupting the battle segment. One of the coolest things about the Masters tournament were all the returning characters watching said tournament. We see Sycamore and Marin watching Alon, Richie, Jimmy, Marina, Jackson or Vincent watching Lance, the XY rivals watching Diantha, Alder and the Unova rivals, except Burgundy, watching Iris,
I don't know any of those people.
Faulkner, Paul and Reggie watching Cynthia, the Hoenn rivals, Professor Birch, and even AG characters of the days watching
I know it's Paul so far.
And best of all, everyone at Oak
I know
Slab
these people.
watching
I know
Ash.
these people. Let's go.
Oh yeah, the Surrey Slab crew. What makes these cameos so special is that these are characters we've never expected to see again. Like, ever.
Okay,
You expect to see Tot Snap again? Cause I sure as heck didn't. Not only was this great fan service for longtime fans, but this also adds to the sheer scope of the Masters tournament. It truly makes this feel like the tournament to end all tournaments when many of the characters we've met across the 25 years of the anime are all spectating this insane event.
I forgot
and I know there's a few major cameos I have yet to mention, and that's because I want to save them for the final segment, because those truly mattered there. And with that, I think it's about time we talk about the finals of the Masters 8 tournament.
A masterpiece of a fight.
Ash versus Leon.
Pause real quick. I feel like this should be, I don't know if it's already out or made, but this should be nominated as one of the best anime fights of 2022. Ash versus Leon. Because this fight was bananas. A masterpiece. Mwah. Beautiful. Alright, sorry. Let's go.
This is the battle Ash has been working towards since the beginning of Pokemon Journeys. And in all honesty, I did not think much of this battle at first. I felt like the Cynthia battle was meant to be the big satisfying Ash win for this series.
I thought so too.
I thought he was going to lose. And
I don't think anybody thought
excite me. But
Ash was going to beat Leon. I don't think anybody thought.
In my life. Starting with Leon's team, my goodness, did these guys show up.
Yes, they did.
Italian can dual wield, uses a counter shield,
every time.
and even knocks Gengar out of G-Max. His Cinderace has Libero. Mr. Rhyme was swaggy as hell.
Mr. Rhyme, so swaggy. So swaggy.
And even Lucario the smoke. Dragapult had the whole team caught off guard, and it's the one that took out Mega Lucario.
That shocked me a little bit.
He's just Rillaboom. He's a monster. That's something I really like. It's not just Ash's Pokemon that shine in this fight. The pacing definitely played a big part in that. Journeys is notorious for having rushed battles. I mean, just look at the first round. But allowing this final battle to last 4 episodes not only helped emphasize how important it truly is, but it also allowed it to breathe and properly execute its story beats. What's interesting about this battle is that it shares a very similar structure to Ash vs. Paul, which is not a bad thing. Like Ash vs. Paul, Ash takes the lead early on, which was unexpected. But this was all part of Leon's plan to weaken Ash's team and absolutely destroy his lead. This man was toying with him. Something I've yet to mention is the fact that Leon allows Ash to use all 3 of his battle.
You guys told me that in the comments.
It's really awesome because it allows Ash to go all out with everything.
Yeah, he needed that. He needed that.
Also, in reality, its usage here is to show how strong Leon actually is. Ash's first 2 wins are due to these gimmicks, and vice versa. Leon's wins are against these gimmick Pokemon, taking out Ash's heaviest hitters early on. Pikachu's 10 million volt Thunderbolt wasn't strong enough to defeat Charizard, and the only reason that annoying Cinderace was defeated was due to the extra Dynamax Eternatus gave Ash and Leon.
Yep, terrifying.
Real quick on that though, it's the dumbest part of this battle. Pikachu one-shotting Cinderace was a bit too convenient, and also Cinderace has Libero. Leon could have just used Max Quake and it would have been immune to Pikachu, like how this battle started. They wanted to use the Fireball since that's a big design trait, and they wanted to move on to the best part afterwards.
The best part.
Back to the gimmicks, this actually helps Leon stay consistent with his portrayal. They made him seem near unstoppable in his battles, basically Superman tier powerful. So the battle gimmicks are Ash's way of closing that power gap. I know some might be upset with that and will say that, well, Ash would have lost if he only used one, and I don't disagree. But still, I enjoyed the battle for
I'm here for the fight. I don't care what could have happened.
Plus, Leon uses 2 Maxes anyway, so he ain't that innocent either. And now for the finale, Pikachu versus
Let's talk about this.
This is the best 1v1 ever. We got the best animation in all of Pokemon. This fight was super intense. The blows were impactful. It felt very personal to Ash. Because Ash was down to Pikachu and not like Lucario or something, this added way more emotional weight than I think any of us were expecting. And then on top of that, this is where they save the return of every Ash Ketchum companion.
There it is,
This was
like, where's Brock? I didn't see Brock and Misty.
And also, we see Pikachu thinking of every Pokemon Ash has caught.
The Pokemon
this was a powerful scene. Now I truly feel the weight of this battle. Now I understand the stakes. Ash and Pikachu are about to take down the strongest trainer in the world.
Great clash.
All their journeys have led to this battle. And then he does it.
He done the unthinkable. The unthinkable.
What an amazing moment this was. This truly was the best way to end the Masters tournament. They didn't have to go this hard. But
they did not. They had the flex.
Perfect.
And they flexed perfectly.
Fact, this finale is so perfect that it makes up for a lot of this arc's shortcomings. Even the recaps. They were worth it after all. So in conclusion, although the
take that time to make that fight amazing, I'm down.
The ending more than made up for it. Sure, things could have been better. Ash could have used older Pokemon, and some of the fights could have went differently. But as it stands, I finished this Masters 8 tournament feeling very, very satisfied. If you would have told me 3 years ago that Ash was going to be in this big tournament with every champion,
I would have believed
and we'd see every battle, mostly, where we'll see every companion make an appearance, and he'll be crowned the strongest trainer in the world, I would have laughed at you.
Me
look
too.
Where we are now.
Well, you better have times that by 10, 30 years is going to take.
But I will tell you this. After this arc, I can proudly say that Ash Ketchum truly is the very best, like no one ever was. This tournament's rating is a 7 out of 10.
That's pretty good. That's a good rating right there.
Thank you all for watching this video.
Good video. Great video.
Great video. Extra support. If you want to see videos like these days early, consider hitting that join button to become a member as well. Remember to live your life to the fullest and have yourself a damn good one.
I will, Zach. I will. But on that was a great review, great recap on what we have seen in Pokemon Journeys. Because again, I've only watched the AMVs, so I didn't know about the other stuff, like besides the battles, I didn't know much of. Like, before the battle, the introduction, some returning characters, I didn't know about that stuff. The story behind it, the fights, certain fights. This is a great review. I agree wholeheartedly on most of the things he said. I didn't know about the filler and the recap thing. I'm sorry that you guys had to deal with that when you were watching it weekly. That must have been painful to watch. You're like, Master Raid Tournament, let's do it. And then filler, recap, why are you doing this? I'm trying to watch this fight. That Ash vs. Leon was a masterpiece, a spectacle. Probably, I'm not sure because I haven't seen all the Pokemon battles yet, but probably the best and hypest fight of Pokemon history. I want to watch that battle again. That battle was great. Great recap, great review. I think this is the perfect first video to start 2023 on the channel because this was good to watch. This is great to watch. Thank you again, Zach. Thank you again. Oh man, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction. Hopefully you enjoyed the video that we have seen together as a unit, as a collective unit. We got a lot more Pokemon battles and a lot more Pokemon information stuff to watch. A lot more Pokemon things to watch, This is not the end all be all. I even have to start watching some Pokemon openings as well in the future, like pretty soon. But yeah, all that another time. So thank you for watching. MyCupOfTea is out of here. Deuces. Man, I kind of just want to go straight and watch that Ash vs. Leon fight again, because that fight was glorious. I gotta applaud one more time. That fight was glorious. That fight was glorious.